See skies of blue, clouds of white, bright blessed days, dark sacred nights, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Have a great moment, online aficionados. Once again, this is your online instructor, Sir Noy Gonzaga Jr., sharing with you tidbits of great knowledge acquired from 2 decades of educational experiences in the field of philosophy, history, general sciences, languages, literature, and nursing education. This moment, you are streaming our online advocacy labeled as Instructor's Compass. And our topic for today is the Miranda rights. The Miranda rights are the rights that are recited to a person once he or she will be arrested. These are a set of rights given to the person so that there will be no over-implementation of arrest by the arresting officer, and there will be assurance of correct treatment and correct procedures for persons who are not yet convicted as guilty, yet processed as persons of interest for an accusation at hand. Remember, in the Philippines, our legal mantra will always be, "You are innocent until proven guilty," which means only a verdict from the court can call a person as truly guilty or a certain accusation or crime. This is a far cry from another legal mantra practiced by Middle Eastern countries among others in the world, which is the opposite. You are guilty until proven innocent. In this mantra, when you are accused, you will just regain independence and freedom once you have already successfully proven that you are not involved in the accusation hurled against you. That is why in the Philippines, it is very important that a person who is arrested will know his rights because they are not yet convicted with guilt. They are still free men, just considered persons of interest that can shed light to an accusation or crime in the process. Now, if the person accused was not afforded or recited his Miranda rights, this will not figure in the early part of the case against that person. However, in the length of the progress of the case, when the judge will be convinced that there was a neglect of the recitation and information of the arrested person regarding his or her Miranda rights, there can be a great possibility that the case will be dismissed, citing inappropriate or legal arresting procedures. Now you may ask, if the case is glaringly obvious, and this will set in as part of the technical whole, will there still be a possibility that the person will not be charged? The answer is yes. Because neglect of the law follows that when things are done erroneously, it cannot result to something which is correct. Erroneous means will always figure an erroneous end, as such end is founded upon the evidences and proofs of the means. That is why it is very vital that the enforcing officer should always follow the right protocols of arrest, because we do not want real guilty persons to escape judgment just because of wrongful or negligent procedures, and one of them is the possible forgetfulness of the recitation of the Miranda rights of the accused. At this moment, let me recite the Miranda rights for you. Miranda warning. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have him present when you or with you while you are being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before any questioning if you wish. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make any statement. Here is a waiver to the Miranda warning. Do you understand each of these rights I have explained to you? Having these rights in mind, do you still want to talk or wish to talk? If you will talk, it is already acceptable because you are consenting to the waiver. But if you will not talk, Miranda warning will protect you from any further interrogation. Dear online learners, freedom is always a great right, and getting it should require the most accurate way of proving that such freedom is not worth the person having it. In the Philippines, Miranda rights is the conclusive specified version of the human rights law that is given to persons who are facing arrest and possible imprisonment. Remember, we cannot still consider them guilty until the day that they will be proven beyond reasonable doubt that they are indeed involved in the accusation at hand, which can be a crime, an anomaly, or an illegal activity. My appeal is, do not wait for the time when your only hope is the Miranda rights. It is better to live a good and moral life that is far from accusations and far from illegal transactions and far from crimes that may place your independence and sacred freedom on the line. The next time you are in a situation where you see a person arrested and you have a friend who is arrested, it is very vital that they should be asked if they are indeed recited their Miranda rights, for if not, they should not be in the interrogation room in the first place. Violating one right is tantamount to have been violated it holistically. That is the spirit and the ideation of the law that we are following, which is supported and enshrined by the Constitution. I hope you have gotten some important points that you can use in your life in our discussion today regarding the Miranda rights. It is the objective of this online vlog that we can educate people anywhere and everywhere at all ages. Once again, this is Sir Noy Gonzaga, and this is your Instructor's Compass. I hope to see you again in the next topics that will be tackled in our online community information program called the Instructor's Compass. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification button so that new issues will be fresh when you will be alerted on time. Have a great day, online learners, viewers, and listeners. God bless.
I watched them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world.